Why aren't they learning from past years? This has really elevated or gotten anybody over.
Right.
We need to, like you said, add stakes or something.
Yeah.
I don't. That's what I mean, bro, when they're just in cruise control and just keep doing it the same way they've been doing it, whether or not it's gotten anybody over. And that's the part that's frustrating to me.
Let's do the King of the Ring. Got a bunch of injuries, man. Drew's out because of injury. Asuka was out on injury with the woman too, and now Bobby Lashley of this taping, he's out with injury too. He's taken out of the tournament. Just a lot of injuries going on. A lot of people working those dates, and that's unfortunate. But right now, as far as the King of the Ring is concerned, the tournament. What happened on Raw? We had the King of the Ring matches on Raw. You got your notes for that?
I don't even remember, bro. Like, I don't even remember.
All right, so the King of the Ring, what we had Gunther defeating Sheamus, Ilya Dragunov defeating Ricochet, and Jey Uso defeating Finn Balor. Upcoming matches as of this taping is Kofi versus Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton versus AJ Styles, Angelo Dawkins versus Tama Tonga, Baron Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes, and LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. Why isn't Montez Ford? This will be a great time for Montez Ford to win like a King of the Ring tournament for a breakout moment for him. But why isn't he? That's weird. Who do you think would? Who do you think would win?
I got two choices.
Okay.
I got two, and I don't want to put them in any particular order. Yeet is really getting over.
Oh, yeah.
This could put him over the top, but I'm also looking at this, and as you know, putting on my Booker hat, he doesn't need to win it.
Gotcha.
I don't think he needs to win it. Bro, the new kid. You want to put who? No, the other kid.
Tama Tonga?
Hayes.
Oh, Carmelo Hayes. Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, okay. You want to put a rocket under somebody, bro, and you know, bro, this guy's very like Elix Skipper like, where he could be cocky and, you know, wear that banner and be able to cut good promos. I mean, out of everybody you just mentioned, like I said, it almost seems to me like, you know, Jey Uso may be an obvious, but he definitely does not need to win that. But a guy like Carmelo Hayes, bro, just debuting, you know, that could instantly help him, I think.
Yeah. See, here's my thing with the King of the Ring tournament, man. It really doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't. No.
And it hasn't been booked to mean anything.
What all this? What do they get? Is it another Money in the Bank gimmick?
Nothing. I mean, there's only been 1 year out of this started in 1985. The pay-per-view series started in 93. And since, you know, almost 40 years, there's only been one King of the Ring tournament that's led to an automatic world title shot. That's when Brock Lesnar won in 2002, ended up beating The Rock at that SummerSlam in 2002. That was it. Only 1 year out of 40 almost.
All it means is having a crown and doing this.
Yes, nothing. It means nothing, man.
See that? I mean, why?
That's where I'm at, man. Make it mean something. Give them a title shot or something like that. I mean, Xavier Woods just kind of by default had that cage match title shot against Roman Reigns, but that was only because remember when Raw, I think SmackDown had like a cage match and Fox had it, and the USA was feeling some type of way about it, and they did something with Xavier Woods.
Bro, they have such a hard time. You know, we see the booking Cody now. AJ Styles is his first challenger. My God, bro, this gives you an opponent for the next pay-per-view.
Absolutely.
And bro,
absolutely.
you could have put it on Hayes. Cody already had a match with Hayes that meant nothing.
Exactly.
You could have put the kid over, made him earn the shot, winning King of the Ring, and then in the next pay-per-view, I mean, Cody's got an opponent for that pay-per-view.
Why not? I agree.
What's the point of not getting a title shot?
Yep. And I think, to me, make it mean something. Otherwise, it'll look when Sheamus was King of the Ring or Shinsuke Nakamura or Xavier Woods. Baron Corbin was King Corbin. That didn't do anything. Like, it meant nothing. It's meant nothing for a long time. My thing is, if you're going to make it mean something, this is my thought on who should win. So if it's not going to be for a title, which it should, make it a part of a storyline. So I would have Jay win just because he'll be like the king, King Jey Uso or whatever. He won't do the crown gimmick. He won't do all that, but he can use that to kind of give him an advantage in the bloodline. So he's King Jay. And so maybe Roman comes back. I'm the head of the table. I'm jealous of that. We're having clash. You'll never be a king of the bloodline. Something like that, as far as make it make sense as far as the storyline is concerned. Because at the end of the day, I think out of all of this, Jey Uso should be the one who gets over from all of the bloodline stuff. Because if you're going to wait for the Legends Well with The Rock, if you're going to wait for Roman and try to get someone over from this, you're not. This bloodline thing is going to be the top of the third for the next 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing with it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if Jey Uso gets like a WrestleMania opportunity against Roman or whoever, if you think about it, Jey was the one from day one that was a part of the bloodline starting to launch off, because Roman came back, from his, diagnosis, unfortunately. I mean, well, it was in remission and came back. He came back, turned heel. The next month, Jay won the number one contender spot, fall of 2020. That's when it launched off. So you want to talk about finish the story.
Yeah.
Forget the Cody stuff. Jey Uso winning against Roman Reigns, that will be finishing the bloodline story. If you carry this over next year, it'll be a 5-year storyline, man. So I think Jey Uso, it needs to make sense to me. If he's king of the bloodline, just kind of play it like that, then you can have some animosity within the bloodline. So that's
they got to think of if they're going to go down that road, they got to tie him back into that story, because right now it's a total disconnect.
But unfortunately, man, you see it's going to happen, because when Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, when Tonga Loa came back, the backstage gimmick, you didn't watch Backlash. So as Jay was backstage getting ready for his match against Damian Priest, they went past him. Those two, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Paul Heyman, they all went past him, gave him like an eye. And so he was like disheveled about or a little frustrated or annoyed by it. So, of course, that's a teaser. And we'll probably have like some type of bloodline for Survivor Series.
When they gave him the eye, would you consider that bottom of the third?
Bottom of the third, yes. The other team struck out, and now it's bottom of the third.
They have a tendency, though, bro. They have a tendency to not put something on somebody they think doesn't need it. And I would kind of think they feel that way about Jey Uso right now. I would kind of think.
I agree with that. It's just, for me, you got to make it make sense.
I understand that. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
You'll have someone like a Santos Escobar winning or something like that, and it's going to mean nothing. It's going to be a complete lateral move to his career, and it's not going to be any type of upward trajectory, because if you look at the track record, it wasn't an upward trajectory for Shinsuke. Wasn't an upward trajectory for
you
Corbin.
would think. See, I mean, Chris, everything you're like laying out and you're saying here, this is the part that boggles my mind. Why aren't they sitting around and saying the same thing? In other words, what I'm saying is, why aren't they learning from that? Why aren't they learning from past years? This has really elevated or gotten anybody over. Right. We need to, like you said, add stakes or something. Yeah. I don't. That's what I mean, bro. When they're just in cruise control and just keep doing it the same way they've been doing it, whether or not it's gotten anybody over, and that's the part that's frustrating to me, because you got to look back and you know, if this hasn't been working, then you got to make some adjustments.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, even back in your days, I mean, of course, it was the launch for Austin. You know what I mean? That was that birth. Austin 316 was someone of the King of the Ring. So, I mean, of course, The Rock, and it actually boosted Shamrock for a second. Not that much, but at least it gave him a little bit of something, accolades as far as that's concerned. When Billy Gunn won it in 1999, from what you remember, what was the reason? Because I know that they gave him a singles push, actually had a feud with The Rock too. Was that to kind of boost him up to make him a singles?
Yeah, man, it was kind of trying to bring him to the level of the Road Dogg, to be honest with you, man. You know, and kind of get him out there on his own and see what he could do. But man, one that you're forgetting, bro. You know, talk about, you know, elevating people and stuff like that. I mean, bro, how much mileage did Owen get out of the
King? I knew you were going to say Owens, yeah.
The King, oh my God,
yeah.
he won that, bro, like it was more important than the heavyweight championship. Bro.
Absolutely. And it was a wonderful win. It was very timely. Again, Vince, it goes back to storyline purposes.
Yeah.
With the Jay stuff that I'm talking about, Owen won the King of the Ring because he wanted to upstage Brett. Yep. And so that's the reason. And it worked perfectly in that attempt to say, you know what, I'm the younger brother, but I will not be overshadowed. I will not be overlooked. I'm going to upstage my brother. When I kicked that leg, Brett, it felt good, Brett. You know what I mean? Like that all made sense of the King of the Ring winning because he's like, I'm on my brother's level. I'm no longer in the shadows, you know? So
man. Yeah,
that was wonderful, great. Man.
Yeah.
This guy right here is Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris. This is Writing with Russo. Have a good night, buddy. Solo.